guys, it's Missy. So let's talk about family enmeshment. This one's a sensitive subject to a lot of people because they see loyalty to the family like family is everything. Enmeshment isn't healthy, it's very toxic. So usually the patriarch or the matriarch of the family controls people with you have to conform. You have to conform to their way of thinking, their way of doing. You also, you're always expected to be at every family function. The adult children have to obey their parents. Also, just, loyalty is demanded. You have to be loyal to the family because our family is everything. There's no boundaries, lack of boundaries for sure. There's guilt and shame used. They use guilt and shame to control you, make you feel like shit because, you're supposed to be here and, whatever. There's always unreasonable demands. And they'll use guilt and shame to get you there. Also, they're involved in your marriage, They want you to gossip. They want you to tell about everything from your sex life to how you, treat your children, to punishments of your children, to, whatever. They're going to work that for you. So the thing is enmeshment is not healthy. It's toxic. There's a big difference between being close and being enmeshed. You don't want enmeshment. You got to have boundaries. You have to learn how to break these patterns in order to have a healthy family system. Enmeshment is one of those things you got to kick it out. If your parent or grandparents use guilt and shame to control you, tell them to fuck off in a nice way, right? No conformity. Just because your family has always been the way that they've been doesn't mean you have to be. This is where you start figuring out your own patterns and being different, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be bumpy, but it's worth it in the end because then you have your own life and your, healthy patterns that you are forming. And you don't want somebody to constantly guilt and shame you and love bomb the shit out of you. That's another thing. They love bomb you for doing what adult children, are told to do. No, that's a big fat no. If you want to spend Christmas with somebody else's family or your wife's family or your husband's family and they give you shit for it, that's a big red flag. You shouldn't have to always do what they expect you to do. Do what you want to do. But at this point in your life, don't you think you should start questioning that? Seriously. I get it. Maybe you only see your parents once a year. I get that. But at the same time, are you really having fun? Are you really doing what you want to do? Enmeshment is a big fat no.